something extra.
Ready?
The machine was not working. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. So for those of you who are new here and you don't know me, I am Santina, and today I have decided, well, not today, last year I have decided that I wanted to do something extra. Well, not extra, it's actually needed. So I am gonna be doing my laser treatment. If you're new here, ensure that you hit that subscribe button. Promise you're gonna love it here. So I've been wanting to do laser. Yeah, you heard me right. Initially I wanted to do something a little bit more permanent, which is electrolysis. However, I don't see anyone in Jamaica as yet that can actually do it professionally and in a way where I am confident enough that my face won't get messed up. I have scheduled an appointment to get electrolysis done. I have mentioned in a previous vlog. However, I got disappointed 3 times. So that was my initial red flag, to just leave that alone. You hear me I say? Leave it alone. So when I scheduled the appointment, the day that I went like probably 10 minutes late, and the person that was supposed to do it, they said that it's a little late, they had somebody else. I'm like, okay. Regardless, he was like, oh, he doesn't want to do it because it's going to be done rushed and it probably won't be done properly, which I don't think you should be telling a client that. Anyways, I still made the payment and I advised that I'd be coming back on the next available date. The date that I went back, the machine was not working. So I'm like, no man, this a sign. Like, this a sign, this a real sign. I was like, God, is that you? Are you trying to speak to me right now? Because no way. The machine literally stopped work. He tried like 5 times and it wasn't working. Like every time he inject the thing like on this side, it just wasn't working. I wasn't feeling any form of current or anything like that, because you need the current to be, the current is needed for it to actually inject the actual hair follicle so you can damage it and then you'd pluck it out. That was not happening. So in my head I'm like, I was already scared and anxious because I don't have any form of pain tolerance, none at all. So when I was there sitting down and he did the first thing, I'm like, is this how it's supposed to feel? But based on my research, I knew that I was supposed to feel some form of pain and I wasn't feeling that. So he tried and tried, that did not work. So I'm like, all right, when is the next availability? Because obviously this now work, so might have to come back. And he advised I could come on the Saturday. It's only done on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So I'm like, okay, sure. I really wanted to get it out of the way in December so I can do as much sessions as possible, so I can try to get rid of my pigmentation, because that's literally my concern. So schedule the appointment for the Saturday. I got a message, however I wasn't checking. Like, you know, like you'd get a reminder before your appointment. That's what I saw, so I didn't read it because I knew that it was the scheduled day and yada yada yada. Left that alone. So got ready, went to the place, buzz, they're waiting. I'm like, why is nobody opening the door? Only to realize, call the person, like, I'm currently at the office, I'm buzzing, nobody's answering, what's happening? I'm so sorry to advise, but I sent you a message this morning stating that you're rescheduled for Sunday. So I'm like, a message? You could have called something as important as that. I'm already at the office. Oh, my car broke down and I wasn't able to come to the office, so I rescheduled for Sunday. Sunday of all days. Like, I have things doing as well. Nobody wants to do anything like that on a Sunday, so obviously you would need to call me to see if I'm available for Sunday, right? That didn't happen. So I'm like, I was so pissed. But then when I like thought about it, I'm like, you know what, you know, this is God showing me a sign, because this is like 3 times I'm here and I'm still not able to do my procedure. Like, what the hell is happening? So I got mad and went home, told my partner what happened, and he was like, are you for real? Then I told my mom was like, you know what, don't do it, forget about it. And I was like, I'm not gonna do it. So I called him and I told him I'm gonna be needing my refund because this is not working out. I have done my end of the bargain. I came to the office 3 times, not working, so I think it's best to do a refund. Luckily he didn't complain or anything like that. I went there and I just got my refund easily, because in my mind I'm like, probably I'll have to do another service like a massage or whatever, because I know I won't get my refund knowing it's a Jamaican company, and you know, them always go hard on them money. They probably won't want a refund. But I got the refund and I was able to source another company. I went on this Instagram page, like somebody else that does the laser, because I really didn't want it to do the laser, as I've mentioned. So when I went on the page, they were like, oh, they have a new office open in Montego Bay. Like, okay, I need to go ahead and do that. I really didn't want it to do the laser because I really want to get the hair removed permanently. But when I thought about it, I'm like, might as well I just use the money and do the laser and see how best I can have, just get it done. I called and I was able to book my appointment, so I'm gonna be going tomorrow. You'll be able to get my full update on how it actually went and you know, all of that good stuff, so stay tuned. Today we are gonna get laser because I don't want to see any from my hair on my face. I've been struggling with facial hair growth for a year now.
You've been struggling for a year now?
Yeah. For last year. But it never like bad when you come up.
It's not, still not bad.
You know, like me, it's one of my biggest insecurities. My skin is almost flawless. The only issue I have is the facial hair as well as the pigmentation. So I really want to get laser. I want to have it removed. I know that it's not a permanent thing, but at least it can help for me to build back my confidence. So I'm going to be going to one of the famous laser technician that's in Jamaica. It was recently announced that they do have an office in Montego Bay, so it's pretty exciting. I won't have to travel to Kingston to get that done. I know that most people will know who I'm talking, so yeah, that's where we're going right now. My appointment is at 11 a.m. so I am currently on my way. It is now 10:49, so I'm pretty early, so let's go. In your mouth, you speak good to me. Hi, good morning. I'm trying to find the location in Montego Bay. Where exactly are you?
Yeah, shop 18B Fairview Shopping Center, the annex where the passport office is.
Okay, thank you.
Station, and then El Paso, our mother's subway.
Yes, that's the one I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna be with you shortly.
Sideways.
Back to forward, no. You should hear how they talk. He might be Mr. Track and Field, but I done ran through them all. Yeah, that nigga played the number just to watch how we ball. I ain't never home for long, but you pull up when I call. All the hood niggas respect me. Strippers wanna sex me. You left on me, now we mad because you let me low. Say fucked up, don't change it. I'd probably be dead if I was basic. But you still give me head if I had patience.
Look at it. See, this is, I don't feel 17.5.
When you top me off, you know I'll be slowing. Fuck around, I'ma walk in the direction. Without a thought, the nigga call us texting. You said, baby, don't be mad, you know how breath
So where you have the gas? Which areas? So you don't have any here. Oh, you have the paired one. Sure, just the
Will this affect me? Will this affect me? Oh, okay.
Technically no, but it's always safer to have that. Ready?
Yeah.
What was it? You already played that before? The more the ingoing here, sir, the more the pigmentation is going to be, okay? Was that too soon? Was that painful? That's it?
Done?
Yeah.
That's okay.
It takes seconds. I told you, less than 30 seconds.
That was fast.
That's how it can be done. No one has to.
Well, I'm not getting the sunscreen though.
It's up to you. Get at least something this weekend was. If I see out that sparse, that can help you with that or something.
Guys, so we're just done. I'm gonna be giving you my little chit chat and my experience once I home. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so there was sunscreen on my face. I had to remove it before I did the laser. I just applied some since I'm gonna be doing a few drop-offs at Knutsford, so it can actually reduce the sunlight exposure on my face. So we're about to do some drop-offs and then I'm gonna be headed home. Hey guys, so it's literally the next day. I just got my first laser session done and I want to share a few things with you that I have learned. So if you're interested, I know there are most persons out there that has facial hair like females, or they just have PCOS. I don't know if I have PCOS, but I kind of feel like my facial hair started when I started shaving my face. So while I was in high school, I think I saw like one hair on my chin, and I remember I used like the shaver that men use. I used it and I did this swoosh thinking that it would just disappear. I had no formal knowledge in terms of what facial hair meant or none of that. Had no firm idea on that. So I didn't know that using that shaver, it would actually inhibit additional hair growth. Anyways, it wasn't like it didn't increase over time. I realized that my facial hair started, instead of having one, I started having like two, and then it led to three. And I realized that while I left college, or actually I think it was probably like my last year in college, that's when I realized that I was having like a few little facial hair. Unbothered by it because I didn't have any form of hyperpigmentation. I wasn't having like ingrown hairs or anything like that. So flashback to 2022 in November, I started gaining weight. So normally I'd be at like 130, 135, and while I gained weight, I realized I was having facial hair. And that was just so uncomfortable for me because I kind of felt manly, and you know, it kind of brought on some form of insecurity on me. Like every time I talk, I'm doing this. Like right now y'all are seeing I'm always doing this because I can actually feel the hair. So what I started to do was to pluck the hair, not knowing that when you pluck it, it will cause ingrowns and the hyperpigmentation. I have it on just like one side of my face. I have a little hair around this side, but it's not much. So I thought that using like skincare or some form of toning agent that would help with the hyperpigmentation. It's now a year later and it's not helping. So over time I decided that I wanted to get permanent hair removal, and that is how the whole electrolysis process came up, which did not work. I haven't given up on it. If laser doesn't work for me, then I feel like I am going to try the electrolysis. Anyhow, I did the first laser session. Just to put it out there as well, it is now called laser hair reduction, so it's not laser removal, because in entirety it does not permanently remove facial hair or hair anywhere upon your body. So what it does is to reduce majority of the hair that is being treated, so you'll realize that it will come back finer and less. So I'm up for that. I don't have a lot of hair, so we had a little consultation. Basically what he was saying is that we have to understand that we definitely do need to be doing the sessions, being that the laser that you do in each session of the hair growth differs. So during the first phase you realize that it kills some parts of the hair follicles, but it's not dead entirely. That is why different sessions are needed, because the hair grows at different cycle. Hope you'll have an understanding. Now that we have a little understanding there are a few things that can actually trigger facial hair in women. You have PCOS, and that is caused when there's a lot of androgen in the female's body, and that's like the male hormone that actually inhibits facial hair. You have some females that have it really bad, like they have it on the cheek and all the way down to the neck, all over the face. It can also be caused by weight gain. So when you start gaining a lot of weight, this can also increase the androgen levels in your body. If it's a case where you're taking some types of medication that are high in steroids, that can also increase facial hair growth, and also a lack of exercise can cause it as well. Those are just a few things that can increase facial hair in women in general. I don't know about anybody, but this is one of my biggest insecurities. Like whenever I'm on the road, I don't like to wear makeup every time. When I'm not wearing makeup, like I love my natural face. I've been working so hard with my skincare, so of course I don't want to be in makeup all the time. I just want to wear my natural face and feel good about it. So the biggest insecurity I now have is the hyperpigmentation, not the facial hair as much as the hyperpigmentation. So this is not talked about enough for females. I've recently seen like few videos here and there on TikTok, YouTube, with females talking about the whole laser thing and the facial hair growth. So I wanted to give my 2 cents on that. So based on my personal experience, I know that there are a few things that you can do to reduce the facial hair growth. The laser sessions, electrolysis, those can help to reduce the facial growth on your face. If you start working out as well, that can also help, and changing your diet. So instead of eating highly processed food, because that's one of the main triggers that causes facial hair growth. So a few things that I'll be personally doing, and I am going to be documenting my journey so that anybody that's watching, they can be inspired and actually take into account what they can actually do to help themselves, because I know how hard it is being insecure with your body and like certain things about yourself, and nothing beats a trial. If it's a case where you don't like something about your body, nothing's wrong with you trying to figure out how you can actually change it so that it can boost your confidence, and that's what I am currently doing. So I've seen a lot of persons recommending that spearmint is actually a good item that you can use that will help to reduce the hair on your face, being that spearmint is a strong source that reduces hair growth. I'm going to also be changing my diet as well as incorporating exercise, because I hardly exercise. So I'm going to be doing that as well along with the laser. I'm going to also try to be as consistent as possible to see if that will work for me. So I also have like my little skincare routine as well, so I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be incorporating my skincare a lot and try to see how best I can exfoliate. I have like products that I use from The Ordinary that has been helping me a lot. It has been able to clear my face up. It does not really help with the hyperpigmentation that's on my chin. So the doctor that did the laser did recommended one of the sunscreen that actually helps to clear up the spots or the hyperpigmentation. Also doing laser over time, that will also help to clear the darkened color that's on your face. So those are a few benefits of actually using the laser itself. So I know a few persons will be asking, does it hurt? To me, I have a 0 pain tolerance. Like, I don't like popping pimples in my face. Like when that's done, I'm literally screaming. I don't like it. It's very painful for me. That's how low my pain tolerance is. So based on my personal experience, I would rate it at like a 2 out of 10. It was not painful to me. On this side where the pigmentation was, I realized that once it was zapped, I could actually feel it, and you can literally smell the smoke of the hair being burnt. It was not as painful as I had expected, and the fact that it's so quick, like the moment you start feeling the pain, then it's just done. I don't really know how to describe the pain that I felt, but it's like somebody using an elastic band and snapping it on your face, but like in seconds. That's like the closest description I can find. So in terms of cost, it is very costly. If you have the money though, I would definitely recommend for you to get it. When I say it's expensive, it's not like $20,000-$25,000, that's Jamaican dollars. But depending on how pigmented your skin is and how far the hair growth is, if it's a case where it's on the cheek to the neck, it's gonna cost you a little bit more, as opposed to if you just have it on the chin area. I just had it on my chin, so I didn't have to pay a lot of money. A few things to consider as well before you get the laser done. If it's a case where you're gonna get it done the same place that I did, you're gonna have to most likely wash off whatever products you have on your face. Well, he recommends that you come with your face washed, like freshly washed. If it's a case where you have any form of products such as makeup, moisturizer, sunscreen, whatever it is, you're gonna have to just wash that off, being that that can trigger the device that they use to zap the hair. So if it's a case where you have makeup on or moisturizer, it might have some form of reaction with it, and you have some form of darker spot. Whatever they're using to zap the skin, remember, it's going on the layer of the hair. So if it's a case where it touches the makeup, because it's the device that's used, it's the hair that actually looks for it and the pigmentation. So ensure that you go there with a fresh face. What I did was to wear my sunscreen when I was going, because I know that once you're in the sunlight, it makes your skin a little bit more sensitive, and being that it's more exposed, it can cause other damages to the skin. So once I got there, I just wiped it off so that he could do what he was doing. And after the procedure, make sure you're carrying the sunscreen, because it's gonna be needed. So after it's done, basically your face is gonna get a little bit more sensitive and exposed to the sunlight, and you don't want the treatment that's done with the laser to be interfered with by the sunlight. So I immediately rubbed my sunscreen on, and it is also recommended for you to stay inside or try not to be too exposed to the sunlight for at least 2 weeks, so that the treatment can actually do what it's supposed to do. I was still able to use my skincare products as well. Before you do your laser, ensure that you don't have any form of active ingredients on your face, such as bleaching cream or toner, because that can damage your face, like serious damage. So for the aftercare as well, you can still use your skincare routine. Like for me, I use The Ordinary. So like for active ingredients such as retinol or bleaching agents, anything like that, don't use it. Give it some time before you start using those, if you actually do, because it can interfere with the laser treatment that's on your face. This is basically my 2 cents. I will be updating you guys as I go along, so ensure that you stay tuned. If you have not as yet, ensure that you give this video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know where your mind space is at in terms of getting laser or electrolysis. If you have done it before, let me hear your 2 cents on if it has actually worked for you. If it's not working, let's interact in the comment section. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, see you in my next video. Bye lovelies.